All right, shout out to Kish Knight, one of my subscribers. She left a comment on one of my recent videos in regards to Preston. The fact that he, for some reason, is going to pull Karen into the back office, not for what Zach wanted, or excuse me, what her and Zach did a couple trips to the office ago. But basically, in the promo, Karen says, let me get this straight. You want me to call Danni for you to tell her that you're here. Now, I love this comment because I didn't want to do a video on this subject just because even I couldn't even think of a good reason why Preston would want Karen to do this. But she said, I have a feeling the reason he's telling Karen to call Danni is because he's going to be like, last time you were reporting my business, so go ahead and do it today too. While that is incredible, I don't know if that will make sense. The only reason I could think maybe it does make sense is, let's say, you know, during their date, Tanya and Preston kind of talk things over. Like, for example, it's funny because I was just telling Karen, I couldn't, sorry, Preston, but I could not remember your name. So all I did was just describe you. A white country boy we met at a gas station. And I wonder if from that Karen was, thinking that maybe you were, I guess you could say, dating her other friend. Because remember, Preston has never met Karen. She didn't know that Danni knew this Karen, who was the owner of this shop. So it's just one of those things where, who knows? But I mean, I hope it isn't like Preston is like second guessing things. But to be honest, based off what we saw in the promo, it looked like him and Tanya hit it off well. But then again, those scenes can only show us so much, especially when their date was off screen, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure I would have been more intrigued with following what Preston and Tanya did that night instead of, Danni going over to Sabrina's, speculating if Zach set things up, and then, calling El Fuego over to do what they did. I would have been way more interested to see. It's sad when the show's called Sistas, but I'm more interested in what most of the guys are doing. Okay, now what is Gary doing when he's going to the gym? Or should I say, who is he doing when he's going to the gym? What's Preston doing when he's not on screen with Danni? Well, let me just say most of the guys. I really don't care what Maurice and Calvin are doing. Aaron, I only want to follow for the sake of, okay, bro, let me see where you work. What exactly do you do when you're not simping for Karen, so to speak? That's why the basketball scene just looks so good in comparison to a majority of what we usually get. I mean, we actually see characters doing things that are like their hobbies as opposed to just doing women or, the men doing women or basically people doing other people. Yeah, because I literally got a brain freeze right there. But in any case, I think that Preston just could be telling Karen, well, it's like, yeah, you're friends. And he did tell Danni that he would call her at some point. But to be honest, it seemed to me Preston had moved on. Like he's just trying to date other people to see, if he could find somebody else he's more compatible with. Danni was the one that pulled him to the back office to talk. He's like, I thought we were working things out. Danni, it's pretty clear from the last conversation you had where he came in, caught you with El Fuego, and you started going down this laundry list of things he's done wrong, white privilege and all that other nonsense. At that point, there's nothing to talk about. Just no. So, yeah, I like this comment. I just want to see how things play out, though, because from what we saw, we just know that Tanya comes in, Preston got my hair wet last night, and then for some reason, Danni is brought into the conversation when Preston and Karen go to the back. But if Preston only knew that Karen was the one that called Danni to come down to the salon in the first place, it's funny because people talk about how Zach shouldn't get involved with Gary, but I feel like Preston merely talking to Karen is going to mess him up more than Zach getting Gary to handle his money. You can say what you want to, but that's how I feel. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit subscribe. We are less than 400 people away from 200,000 subscribers. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And if you'd like to donate, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.